Yes, hello folks, welcome back. And this is Dr. Politica here with Decode Power and the Set Kenya. Now, it is a sad day, and it has always been sad days in Kenya. Because you see now, from Ongondowere being shot dead around City Mortuary. And now we're talking about lawyer Kyallo Mbabu, shot dead around Karen there.
Where the assassination incident occurred right here when the city lawyer was leaving the city center for home, and when two border rider emerged and shot the city lawyer, whom currently we cannot say his name because we understand that the family is yet to be informed of the incident, but the scene has already been processed and the body of the city lawyer has been taken to the home. So the vehicle that he was using.
See now, it is not business as usual because we cannot live this way. Now, who's this lawyer? You see, Kyallo was a well-known lawyer, a very powerful lawyer, who of course has worked here in Kenya, and he doubled as a teacher, a lecturer in Nairobi University. Now, people would want to know who killed this lawyer and why. Yeah, of course, the assassins who are sent there are Lipo to How? One of the reasons, you see, when an assassin has been told, go and kill ABCD, they don't ask any question. They only go there and carry out the act, they get paid, they disappear. That's their work. But now, there is a heavy figure behind this, shocking crime, because it's a crime. Now, lawyer Kyallo was reportedly investigating corruption in judiciary. A $2.5 million corruption in the judiciary. And this, some people believe that might have triggered the act. But of course, it is not really the reason as to why. We can't tell that that's the reason, because investigation needs to be done to, of course, ascertain what really happened behind crime yote. But you see, in Kenya, justice is for the weak. Remember kesi ya Ongondowere, what happened? It trend. Now, right now, even the people who were arrested, who reportedly, inasemekana kwamba wameua Ongondowere, wako nje. And the court is saying that there is no sufficient evidence to confirm that these people actually carried out this crime. Okay? Of course, you can't say that it's them, but the justice ya Kenya imekufa. And Ongondowere's case is a gone case, and no one can ever open the file. But now, with this case, Kyallo, is it going to be a gone case? Because as per now, what we learn is that Kyallo scary.
I believe if you have an interest in the happenings in the judiciary, you must by now have listened to the painful experience by Captain Kungu, how he's been defrauded through an elaborate, nefarious enterprise effectuated through the judiciary, right from the High Court to the Supreme Court, and unknowingly even before the Judicial Service Commission. Captain Kungu and I have met on several occasions and reviewed this matter. And it was my expectation that the Judicial Service Commission will help unravel this problem. Friends, Kenyans, we must stop being comfortable with corruption in the judiciary. It cannot be like this. If Captain Kungu can be subjected to this treatment, who do you think you and I are when these judges, magistrates and commissioners of the Judicial Service Commission have to deal with us? They will do the same thing. It is a big disappointment, especially for the Law Society of Kenya, that our two representatives in the Judicial Service Commission, my very good friend of Mwanza and my very not good friends in Kutia, have just been complicit in concealing the impunity and corruption by judicial officers. The name that kept on resounding, and which is of recent action in this matter, appears to be the name of Justice Isaac Lenaola, also a very good friend of mine. But in the fight against corruption, I've said we will deal with everybody, friends and relatives of mine. Justice Isaac Lenaola, you have to resign. You're a big shame to the legal profession. Not just on this matter of Captain Kumo, the matter of John King. Yet you always turn up in all international conferences to speak about independence of the judiciary, immunity and accountability. I mean, see, we have to address you because in the Supreme Court, other than Justice Mohammed Ibrahim, you would be the only one who was one of us. You were an active practitioner at one point in time. It is imperative that at this point in time we take very bold steps. The people of Maua in Mount Kenya and Meru in particular have decided to take some remedial action against 3 magistrates. Going forward, we need also to do the same thing. If judges who have been exonerated, yet all indicators confirm their guilt by the Judicial Service Commission, continue serving, then we need to boycott their courts. We need to boycott their courts. We cannot allow judges who are manifestly corrupt to continue sitting and presiding over matters.
Yes, Kyallo was investigating judiciary. And from Nathan Harvey, he talking about, Judge Lenaola, saying that he needs to resign, he's corrupt, blah, blah, blah. So, I also want to read for you what Harvey said. Kyallo Mbabu taught me evidence and international law. He chaired our homeowners committee in Onyonka Estate. A good man, a wonderful teacher, and a civil adversary in court. Cursed are his killers. May they never have peace in the remainder of their wretched lives. Yeah, you see, Harvey is somehow, he's been talking about the judiciary, corrupt na kila kitu, the Supreme Court na kila kitu, corruption in the Supreme Court. And now, of course, he's crying, he's mourning the death of Onyonka. Na ukisikia anaongea ni kama ana link history na the Supreme Court, you see, because he's been castigating that there is corruption in the Supreme Court. So, another thing others to look at here is that Martin Kyallo also had this. He had significant involvement with IBC through his role as chairman of the political parties dispute tribunal, where he adjudicated disputes related to political party nominations and electoral processes. Notably, in 2019, Mbabu ruled on a petition challenging the nomination of McDonald Mariga as the Jubilee Party candidate for the Kibra parliamentary seat. Now, he also worked, in IBC, and of course, alikuwa anaangalia nomination na kila kitu. So, okay, I can't sit here and tell you that, this and that killed Kyallo, because I don't have proof, and it's not good to, feed your audience with lies. But we can as well point out his activities, because we believe that the shooting, the murder, must be doing with these things. IBC, corruption cases in alikuwa analege huko kwa judiciary, Supreme Court. Yeah, those are the things that even the investigators will actually look at. Yeah, you see, when a crime like this happens, the first thing that is being looked at, what was he doing? Who are the potential enemies wa Kyallo when walifanya paka huenda hii kafanyika? You see, and now you see now, Mondogera's case was gone, but the investigation ilianzia Omabe, Kasipulgabon, where he was, actually a leader. And from there, they had to arrest his competitor. Huh? Wakamleta Nairobi, lakini the case was not strong enough to actually arrest or, detain those people. Eventually, they were actually left to go scot-free. So, in this case, Kyallo, does it have to do with 2027 elections? Does it have to do with, corruption in Supreme Court that he was alleging? You tell me, where do you find the weight? Mamona IBC? Mamona, corruption that he was actually, investigating. Because truth be told, he is gone and he will be buried with the truth. It's like there's something he knew that he wanted to get off his chest. And the perpetrator, the people who actually wanted him dead, are to the public to know what Kyallo is actually going to tell, the world. Matters pertaining, Supreme Court, matters pertaining IBC. And that's actually what's happening now. So, I will not go ahead with this story because, as for now, it's a shocking story. And we can't really give you the real issue because we are still investigating what's happening now. But you need to subscribe so that whenever something comes up, matters pertaining, kifo yake, you'll be the first person to be notified and you'll be the first person to know what actually went on. That, of course, we had to lose, this young man, a very promising lawyer, a teacher, a lecturer, a professional. Comment there, subscribe, meet the next video. Thank you. If you love politics, then Dr. Politica is your cup of tea. The place for minds that think. If you are watching this from anywhere else, search the name, hit subscribe, and stay sharp with us. Thank you for making Dr. Politica your home for fearless political truth. Every view, every like, every share fuels the fire behind the hours of research, filming, and editing we pour into each episode. By showing up consistently, you don't just support a channel, you empower a voice. In a world ruled by headlines, spin, and power games, you remind us that real people still care about real facts. We are here to inform, inspire, and ignite critical thinking, not just for today, but for generations to come. You are not just a viewer, you are the reason this platform exists.